The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Today with Kashay. I've got a fun party, energetic person in the studio this morning, so y'all can only imagine. Good morning, listeners and viewers. It's Friday, Today with Kashay. And I have Deborah Myers in the studio this morning, giving me extra energy.
That's right. It's super fun already. It's already fun.
I mean, are you kidding me? It's great. I love it. So, okay, how did I meet Deborah? As I'm always looking for interesting guests to come on the show. What does that mean? Well, everybody's interesting, but not everybody comes on the show. So I would love everyone to, just in general, speaking of that. But I reached out to Bill Dwyer. And if you don't know who Bill Dwyer is, then you probably haven't really been living in the Woodlands that long. Bill Dwyer is the head honcho, if you will, of the running group here in the Woodlands, Texas. And he has been doing that for quite some time.
Volt Endurance.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so I said, hey, I reached out and said, give me someone that you know who has an amazing, interesting tragedy to triumph story, because in the month of June and July, we've been carrying that on for our hot topic. And so he says, Deborah Myers. And here you are. And I said, okay. So welcome.
Fantastic.
And thank you. So obviously, I've been hearing your story is like one that's going to blow my socks off. Good news is I don't have socks on.
She's not wearing socks.
I've got my boots on this morning. If everybody knows me, I'm wearing my boots.
She's got some cool boots on.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, so welcome.
Thank you.
And so to Deborah, take it over. You've got the energy. Run with this.
Yeah,
Tell us about yourself.
I'm one of those hyper happy morning people, so I apologize in advance for anyone who's watching and is like just on their first cup of coffee. So I appreciate the opportunity. All of us have some type of tragedy in our lives.
Yeah.
I was in a near fatal accident nearly 30 years ago, and it broke 26 of my bones.
Oh, wow.
And I was in the hospital for almost 2 months.
Wow.
And I had to learn how to walk again, and 37 surgeries later.
Wow.
Here I am hobbling around, and I say hobbling,
well,
but
she didn't hobble in here this morning, so I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
So it is. I mean, there is a triumph there, but along the way, there's been a lot of setbacks, and there's been a lot of self-doubt, and there's been a lot of tears.
Imagine. Yeah.
Because your body isn't the same, and because your body's not the same, your mind's not the same. But then you can turn that around and say, you know what? I'm still alive.
Right. And there's a reason.
And there is,
and I better live.
There's God-given purpose for each and every one of us. I'm a big believer in that. And so how do you turn that tragedy into a triumph? But more importantly, how do you use your testimony, and how do you take all of the mess that was and make that into a super strong testimony to get other people to a point where they have the courage to join a running group or a walking group or a Pilates group, or we're never going to be perfect enough in our own minds to do the things we want to do.
Right.
We're never going to be perfect enough to be the fastest runner or the most
Deborah,
fit.
I thought I could be.
Well,
I thought I could be the fastest runner.
And you can. But at a point you get in your life and you say, you know what, I just want to finish.
Right.
And a finish is such a big victory.
Right.
And when I first came to Volt, it really was at a dare for my husband, who is a very strong, passionate runner, and he's fantastic.
Okay.
And he is the smoke show of my life. He is fantastic, sexy, brilliant, and
Whoa.
he is amazing. But he's also a very great runner.
Okay.
And everyone who runs with him loves running with him because he can keep any pace, and he's very mellow.
All-around
He's
guy.
very mellow, and he's a great wingman, and so all of that he's super. But
does he have a twin?
Exactly right. But when he signed up to do the Woodlands Marathon one year, and this shows you kind of another triumph, but I didn't know anything really about running at that point. So I dropped him and his bike off at the start line of the Woodlands Marathon, and I said, "Hi, see you later. I'll, when you get back," because I'm a horrible wife.
She doesn't mean that.
I didn't understand how hard it was just to run a mile, let alone 26.2.
Well,
so
let me tell you, it's crazy.
It is super
it's
hard.
Crazy, I don't encourage everyone to do it. Just go out and do it.
It's super hard, and it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
But through that, we joined this running club, and then we met a lot of great people, and of every type of skill level and athleticism, which is fantastic because we even have walkers in our group. We've had people that walked marathons, which I think is so amazing.
Sure.
So he kind of challenged me. He said, "Oh, I signed you up for the half," and I said, "Well, I really can't even run at all because of my injuries."
So you did this after
the fact,
right?
I hadn't ever even thought about running or anything like that since my accident. My ability to cycle is only pretty good because I don't have full range of motion in my knee.
Yeah.
So I said, well, he signed me up, and I just started kind of getting into this, and I realized how hard it was, and how it was really your mind that had to take over things, and how no one wants to get up at 5:30 on Saturday.
Right.
Nobody. So you have to, but you're meeting a group of people, and then that makes you more accountable, which is fantastic.
Sure.
But really, then you realize, hey, after that first mile, you can do 2 miles, 3 miles.
That is so true.
And you keep going,
Yeah.
and it hurts. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm in pain every day of some type, just from all of my injuries that I've had.
Of course.
You can't have had, my back was broken, my hips, my legs, my feet, my ankles, everything was broken.
Well, you said 27.
Yeah, exactly.
So why don't we do this? I want to dig deeper, and I'm fascinated by the fact that you were able to overcome such tragedy and turn it. And I want to dig deeper into that journey back when we get back from commercial.
Let's do it.
And look at this one. She's just a superstar. We're going to take a quick commercial, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
It's time to be super again. It's beach season. Killer abs.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM. CashmanBuysHouses.com. CashmanBuysHouses.com. You're facing pre-foreclosure. Maybe you've had a death in your family. Maybe the taxes are behind. Whatever the need is, if you need to sell your house, you need to sell it quick. CashmanBuysHouses.com. Go to our webpage. We buy houses nationwide. We've been featured on all the major media channels, outlets throughout the country. CashmanBuysHouses.com. We'll make you an offer today.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
This is E.L. Crane of Real Estate U here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 91.1 FM The Boss. Remember, that's Real Estate U. Insightful, informative, and a little humor tossed in. Real Estate U, listening live, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday at 91.1 The Boss.
There's a special place in the Woodlands where you can feel comfortable opening your business. We are located at 10210 Grogan's Mill Road. Our building has a unique Vedic architectural design with landscape grounds and lakeside views, on-site management, and maintenance. We also provide free Wi-Fi and the opportunity to promote your business on 91.1 FM The Boss. This wonderful location is near the Woodlands Mall, Market Street, and just minutes from Bush Intercontinental Airport. 10210 Grogan's Mill Road, the only social media building in the Woodlands. Don't delay. Schedule a tour today by calling 713-777-7368.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Good morning. It's Friday, and we're here in the Woodlands, Texas. Today with Kashay, we're back. We've got Deborah Myers in the studio this morning, and boy, does she have me going. My energy is up, and away.
Up, yes.
Okay, so we were talking about, like, number one, you are the running club cheerleader advocate here at Volt. Yay,
Yes.
Bill. That's how you came about here this morning. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. And you've had a journey.
Indeed.
We know you have this energy and you've got all this, but let's talk a little bit deeper into that day of the tragedy.
Yeah, well,
first of all, your
Yes.
background. Are you from the Woodlands?
I'm not from the Woodlands.
Okay.
Spent some time really between half California, half Houston.
Okay.
Between parents.
Okay.
Kids know how that goes.
Okay.
But moved to the Woodlands in 00 or 01, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so a long time.
About 19.
And have watched it grow, and have been excited to be part of this community. I
Sure.
think it's a fantastic place.
It's great.
So yeah, that's kind of how I wasn't excited to come back to Houston, but I was very excited about being in the Woodlands.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my compromise when my husband said, "Well, we're going to go to Houston." I'm like, "Oh, yeah," because he's from the Champions area.
Oh,
so,
I see. But
so we both kind of were centered here, but
Yeah.
this is not Houston.
Sure. So tell us about that moment.
Well, I was basically I was driving home from college and going to work. At that time, I was doing nails. I was putting myself through college. I was a cosmetologist at the time, doing nails and hair, and so I was on a 2-lane road. I was going 70, and a person veered into my lane and hit me head on. Oof. So I was basically crushed in my car, and by the time they were able to get me out, it took 45 minutes, and my lower body was in the driver's side, and my upper body was twisted and pinned into the passenger seat.
Come on, Deborah. So let me, Deborah, and you're saying this has been 30 years.
Yes.
So you're okay with me.
You probe
guys
away.
out there, I'm going to probe her. I'm
That's
not being
right.
crucial
No,
and hard.
it's fine.
So, are you feeling anything? Do you know that you're in that car? Talk to me.
No, I know that I'm kind of, not to get all weird, but I was floating. And
you were? Okay,
it
talk
was,
to me about that.
yeah, so, and then at some point everything did go black for me. There was no light.
Well, what
and
does
that's
that say, Deborah?
and that's a whole
Deborah,
nother
what does
thing.
that have to say?
That's a whole nother story.
Okay, no, but anyway.
But yeah, so
you were floating. What do you mean floating?
I was.
What do you mean floating?
I was,
Sorry about that. Yeah.
I actually, basically had passed away at that point.
Okay.
And it was very brief, but I was brought back to life for a reason.
Okay.
And so I spent nearly 2 months in the hospital. But when I really I was life flighted to the hospital, of course. And when I kind of came out of a lot of different things that had
were in a
happened.
coma at some point,
I was
or-
not in a coma,
Never went
but
in a
I
coma.
was
Okay.
never awake.
So you didn't know people when people were talking to you. You didn't
No.
know that was happening.
No.
When nurses or people were saying hello.
Not at all.
Okay. So the
When
only
I woke up,
Yeah.
which was probably 3 days later,
Okay.
I was in complete traction. So, like those crazy commercials you see for Aflac when
Yeah.
the guys, like the
Yeah, they've got the sticks hanging out of them and he can't
that
move.
was me. And so,
Yeah.
many surgeries later, and about 2 months later, I was able to leave the hospital but I was in a wheelchair for a long time, and I had to learn how to basically sit up and stand and walk and do all of the things just to kind of retrain my body. My teeth were knocked out, so I had to have all of reconstruction there, and then learn how to speak with my new teeth that weren't my teeth.
Wow.
And lots of different kind of
Things you take for granted.
100%. And I would kill to bite into an apple. But
applesauce is great.
Right?
We love some applesauce.
So, but there's things that you cannot do when you don't have your own teeth, and
Yeah.
people just don't realize that.
Right.
From a lot of different perspectives. But that's a those are all kind of vanity things.
So then great point. So now that you've gone through the moment of I'm floating to the moment of I wake up to this months and months of therapy and learning to walk again and learning to, make movements, what are you telling yourself I want to do now? And you're not saying I want to give up. You're saying what?
First, like most people who are in very tragic accidents, you have to deal with your own anger. Because first of all, I was mad at the other person. I was mad at myself. I was mad at God. I was mad at the universe.
Okay.
So
anger sets in.
Anger sets in, and you see people that never get over that, and you have to decide early in your own recovery. Either the anger wins or I win.
Amen to that.
And once you decide that doesn't mean the pain goes away and it's all rainbows and unicorns. I wish it were.
Yeah.
But it's a different mindset of I am going to overcome this, and it's going to hurt every day. And there's going to be points in my day when I'm mad, because guess what? I can't squat down.
Right.
And that makes me mad.
Right.
But you know what? I'm alive. And I can walk, and I can do so many things that so many can't. And so why on earth would I dwell on what I can't do when I can focus on the things I can do?
That's awesome.
And that's really what I try to instill into people.
Sure.
Is, hey, it's not about I can't run a marathon, because guess what? I can't run a marathon either.
But a lot of people can't.
That's right. There's a ton
you're
of
not
people.
alone.
That's right.
Deborah, you're not alone.
There's a ton of people who can't do that. So how about let's focus on what I can do, and that is be a positive light, be a positive force, and it's my husband actually broke his foot at a race, which at the time we didn't know, and I was like, come on, it's just the one foot.
Yeah. I mean, surely you can use the other one.
You can hobble on the other one, and it can become this big joke. But, the reality is
But I think that message can be used in everything in life. People talk about, I have this tragedy going on. And I always speak about that we as individuals always say to ourselves, why is this happening to me?
Oh, sure.
Why am I going through this? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, it's your fault. My mom, my sister, my husband, my friends. Maybe, just maybe, it's happening for a reason. And people always say to me, well, then what's the reason? Well, we don't always know everything.
Not at all.
And
everything happens for a reason, whether it is an accident or an injury or a lost job or a lost relationship, a lost pet. I mean, there are so many things that happen in every single... So I became a Christian in 2008.
Okay, so that was after?
So that was way after the accident, because why on earth would God do this to me?
Okay.
And so I was not part of that program at all.
Okay.
Until I realized that, Jesus is the answer, and there are lots of ways that he uses everyone's testimony.
Bingo!
Yeah, so everything, there is no such thing as a coincidence or a chance meeting.
Love this.
Thank you.
Love
so
this.
you really just have to decide, are you going to use your tragedy for good, or are you going to be a victim?
Right.
And I just don't like when people... I'm not a woe is me person. Mm-hmm. Even this morning, my max I can run now is about 3 miles.
Okay.
2 days a week, and if I push it past that, I can't walk for a couple of days, and that's not a good thing.
Right.
So this morning I got up and I told my husband, I said, my knee really hurts. He's like, you might need to cut back on the running. And it's really funny because, it sounds so tragic. Oh my God, I got to cut back on the running. But the reality is you have to listen to your body. You have to, because this body has to last me. I'm 51.
Right.
But if I can live to 81 or 91, I still want to be able to get around, right?
Sure.
You want to stay
It's
strong.
the quality of life.
That's right.
And how do you want life to be for you?
That's right.
And you've made a decision that your tragedy has turned into a triumph, and you are not letting it define you by the tragedy, but by the triumph.
Right.
And there's a reason for that.
That's
and you're
right.
probably changing so many lives, touching so many lives, and showing people that it is not how you start. I always say this, it's never how you start the race. It's how you finish it. And life is all about the journey. And you're just beginning.
It is.
And that's the beauty.
And we all have
Yeah.
our own races. And I think one of the biggest deceivers out there, obviously, is Satan himself. But fear is the greatest liar that we know.
Sure.
And comparison steals joy. So if I want to compare myself to how gorgeous your legs are, I'm going to be super sad.
You know what?
But you know what?
But
We're
then-
not doing that.
No, but you know what? And then I'm going to look at somebody else's leg.
That's right.
And then I'm going to say, can I have her legs? And we're just going to be going down
and
the
it'll be a
road.
circle. Exactly right. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
when you
yeah,
start
yeah.
comparing yourself to other people, faster runners, more successful,
doesn't even make sense.
all it does is steal your joy.
No.
And why do you want to go through your day by sabotaging your own happiness?
Right. Well,
There's-
we're all different.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty.
That is
the
what's
beauty,
so
and that's
amazing.
what makes us go around.
Absolutely.
And so a part of your triumph is you've got this amazing business, and so we're going to go to commercial,
Yes.
and when we come back, I want to learn about how you turn this not only into a healthy lifestyle physically, but also with your professional as well.
Absolutely.
We'll go to
Can't
commercial.
wait.
We'll be right back.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your fusion radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
It's time to be super again. It's beach season. Killer abs.
CashmanBuysHouses.com. CashmanBuysHouses.com. You're facing pre-foreclosure. Maybe you've had a death in your family. Maybe the taxes are behind. Whatever the need is, if you need to sell your house, you need to sell it quick. CashmanBuysHouses.com. Go to our webpage. We buy houses nationwide. We've been featured on all the major media channels, outlets throughout the country. CashmanBuysHouses.com. We'll make you an offer today.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
There's a special place in the Woodlands where you can feel comfortable opening your business. We are located at 10210 Grogan's Mill Road. Our building has a unique Vedic architectural design with landscape grounds and lakeside views, on-site management, and maintenance. We also provide free Wi-Fi and the opportunity to promote your business on 91.1 FM The Boss. This wonderful location is near the Woodlands Mall, Market Street, and just minutes from Bush Intercontinental Airport. 10210 Grogan's Mill Road, the only social media building in the Woodlands. Don't delay. Schedule a tour today by calling 713-777-7368.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Welcome back to Today with Kashay. It's Friday. We're here in the Woodlands, Texas, and we have an amazing hot topic. We're talking with Deborah Myers, and she's just really inspiring. I love your energy.
Super sweet.
Talking about her story. And before commercial, we were talking a little bit more deeper into it and how it's the attitude, it's the mindset,
attitude.
and you just have to accept who you are, run with it, and embrace every moment. But there's also something else you created. I'm watching
Yes.
this T-shirt.
It's super
I mean, what's
glittery.
going on? What is this? Infusia.
Infusia, yeah.
What are we
so
doing here?
infusia is a feminine play on infusing things together.
Okay.
So we are a bath products company. We actually manufacture everything here in the Woodlands, Texas.
Hey!
All right. So we have a factory. It's behind Costco.
Oh, wow.
And I have anywhere, depending on the time of year, between 30 and 50 employees, just depending on what's going on.
Well, look at you. Look what I found.
Wow, yeah, it's that. Whoa, look how young I am in that picture.
Oh, I don't know. I just grabbed one that I like.
So,
Yeah.
but we manufacture.
There you are.
There we go. We manufacture bath bombs. We manufacture soap. We manufacture soaks. Because
And they're sold locally throughout, or is there a store we go buy it, or how does it work?
So we sell to H-E-B, Whole Foods, Bed Bath & Beyond,
Wow.
Academy. A lot of different places carry our products.
Nice.
But one of the things I learned, that was after the World Series, that picture right there, which is fantastic, with my Hulk hand. But one of the things I learned early on in my own recovery was that baths are baths are soothing, but they're the one, when you're submerged in water, all of your body weight is off of your bones and your muscles.
Sure.
So it really helps with the total recovery process if you can soak. People will say,
I don't. A big bath.
Yeah, well,
I
and
do
that's
it every
great.
night.
That
That's
is so
my thing.
great. People say, well, I just take showers. And I say, that's fine. But
No.
it's for me
I need a bath.
as someone who just understands the power of water and certainly the power of the bath. It is almost a sad statement when I hear that.
Yes.
Because athletes especially, and I consider myself an athlete, even I'm slower, but I'm still one. And a lot of your professional athletes, they do cold soaks. They do hot soaks. They understand the power of water
It's
and how
amazing.
you can recover. And when your body is relaxed, it recovers.
Yes.
And also when your body is relaxed, you sleep better. You're a better human being. Your sex life will be better. Hello, guys.
Well, if that's not enough reason to do it, hello.
And that's not on my packaging, but it could be.
It could be.
So, but we have
so are your bath bombs are infused with certain things for certain healings, like certain
Yes. So we
talk
have
to me. Yeah.
obviously we have ones for that help with sleep, like lavender and eucalyptus lavender.
Okay.
But we also have things like a muscle balm that helps with. If you're achy, we have a Breathe Easy balm that helps you if you're congested. And we have people that say they put just a little bit of Breathe Easy soak in their kids' tub every night, and it helps all the crud.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
every kid has boogers, and I don't care what kid it is, they got a booger,
They got a booger.
they're going to get a booger.
Okay.
So
All of
that is that. We cover all
Wow.
of that. But we also have a product called Muscle Rehab.
Okay.
And our Muscle Rehab product is 10 essential oils infused together that only help fight with inflammation, onset muscle soreness, and
stop.
lactic acid.
I have to stop you, Deborah, and I hate to do this because I'm just letting you do your thing. But
ask away.
I've consistently heard, and I am going to now attest to it, that inflammation is the root of most and a lot of diseases and sicknesses and things that are going on in the body. And I have been now going and getting this therapeutic massage by Cammie at the Thai.
Yes.
And literally, because of all my running,
Uh-huh.
when she goes in and does all of the massage, I literally come out of there and I feel like euphoric. And
Yes.
it's like,
Yes.
I may not feel well, but if I go do that, that's all I need. It's something
so,
to that.
So
yeah.
inflammation is basically a silent killer. It's not, you don't really understand it. A lot of what we do to our bodies, whether we overuse them,
Yes.
which a lot of people who are active do,
Yes.
they get this low-grade inflammation, and it's
Okay.
super important that we understand the recovery process and how our body works. Food can give us inflammation, of course. If you want to learn more about that, go to Dr. Davis at Woodlands Wellness.
Sure. Well,
But, she can tell you about that.
yeah.
But, foods can cause inflammation. But really what we just do on a daily basis with our bodies, whether we use them too much, we can become inflamed. And why I developed Muscle Rehab was out of my own need for something stronger than just a regular bath.
Okay.
So we use peppermint, spearmint, eucalyptus, arnica, vetiver, black pepper, sage, all of those types of ingredients, and we infuse that into a USP grade Epsom product.
So if people want to get this, I know we're running out of time.
Yeah.
We've got about a minute left. If people want to get your products, hello, who doesn't go to HEB?
That's
Where
right.
else?
HEB, let's see, Central Market, Whole Foods, Academy for Muscle Rehab. Of course, you can find us online, infusia.com or musclerehab.biz.
Okay.
But we're everywhere that you guys shop. And we're in the community. Also, Fleet Feet carries our products
And
for
who
all the
doesn't
runners.
just want to meet you?
All the
can
runners.
They meet you as well?
They can meet me everywhere.
You are so inspiring.
Thank you. I'm everywhere in
and
the
you
community.
have to come back
I'm
because we
happy
only
to
have
come back.
30 minutes, and I need to make the show an hour.
That's right.
So
we're petitioning for an hour.
I'm in trouble now. I don't know if I want it every day. I gotta get my nail appointment. No, I'm joking.
That's right.
Anyway,
I got that.
it was amazing having you.
Thank you so much.
You were such an inspiration.
It's my pleasure. And everybody,
you.
stay active.
Yes. All right. Well, have a great day. Have a great weekend.
Happy Friday.
And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.